Good morning. Sorry for not posting any updates recently, but we were working pretty hard, making stuff for customers and sending off. Plus, I was sorting out the VR5 in MR2. However, today I want to show you a cue, how to diagnose, actually not how to diagnose, but how to fix a common problem in MR2s. Now these cars are pretty good cars, pretty good chassis, but engines, they're still okay, but there is a very common problem, and that problem is the engine management light. Now let me turn this car off because it's noisy. So the engine management light on these cars, it comes on sometimes almost for no reason. The lambda sensor could be cold, could be too hot, it may be raining, maybe not. It just decides to go on, and then you cannot pass an MOT if you due to pass an MOT. And all the complications, you may be worried, it could be something serious, could be not. That's what the gauge is for, engine management light. It means quite a lot of stuff. And it's very, very common in MR2. So I'm gonna show you how to fix that problem permanently. Right, because they're great cars, we don't want them to, be so bad. So now I'm gonna show you one of the options. We have few of these options, but this is one of the best ones. It's called VR6, preferably with the manual gearbox. And to make sure that problem doesn't persist, we amplify the cue with something that I'm gonna show you how is it called and how does it look like, so you get familiar with this solution permanently. Now, it's called a hole set. I don't know if you've seen one before, but it's a spinny thing. I'm not really sure how it works exactly, but it does cure the problem permanently. We know that 100% sure now. This is again one of the options, and yeah, we in the process of curing this car, this MR2, from the engine management light being always on. We're nearly there, and this one has been cured as well, completely. There's another one that went out and it was cured. So yeah, this cure was quite extensive. This car had the engine management light persistent, so we really had to extend our cure, and it's working out okay. It's working out okay. This patient is still obviously on the extensive care, but yeah, it's doing good. It's doing good. So yeah, VR6 with this thing called hole set attached to it, it seems to really do the job. I may need a hand of two buddies of mine. They call Makitas. They look the same, but they do a slightly different job. Yeah, but they're very, very helpful, and yeah, they really give me a hand to cue that pesky engine management light. So yeah. All right, jokes aside, yes, we're starting on the VR6 because the customers, don't confuse, this is not the car, just check the registration, they all bloody hell the same color, but this one is very tidy. This is the one that Steve bought. It's actually pretty good lights, usually very foggy. This is very clean, very low mileage as well, and this is probably the cleanest we ever seen. I mean, we've seen the clean ones, but this is definitely one of them. So this one is a donor car. Well, not a donor car, the chassis we're gonna build, which this engine is going in. Now I'm going quite slow with this stuff because it's a lot of work. We got one engine loom, another engine loom there being finished. Well, actually almost finished them. This is the last one. I have to put a couple of terminals and one plug and extension for the throttle pedal. Hence you see all this mess everywhere again. For some reason I don't seem to keep this workshop in order because it's so much happening, before I know it, when I'm thinking that there is a bit of rest, I have a few days for myself, new orders arrives, and I have to obviously make stuff and Steve sends it to people. We have new engine mounts coming down because we ran out of them much quicker than we thought, so yeah, it's catching up with everything. However, after I finish this wiring loom, which is going to only take me about an hour because there's not much to do to it, I'm gonna finish, or actually finish to lay down the wiring loom on this one. This is actually, well, I'm hoping, I've said this before, the last wiring loom I'm doing, because the next one is gonna be, they're gonna be slightly different, quite easier and quicker to make, because it's pretty much taking me way too long for this wiring loom. So I got so much work to do, and then I have to spend so much time on this hybrid, engine management wiring looms. Let's call it the professional way. Sounds cool. So yeah, I've still made them obviously on the engines that we're gonna put in the cars that we're gonna sell or build for customers, etc., etc. But yeah, I'm hoping not so much, because it really takes me way too long. Anyways, after that, I'm gonna work on this engine room today for a few hours, and then she's almost ready to be dropped down. We put the throttle body on the plenum. This plenum actually turns out to be alright-ish. Once we work on it, there had to be the fuel rate modified, but it turns out to be actually all good. So we were moaning about it, which is not really, beautiful one, but at the end it works out. Work it out the cooling system and all the stuff what it supposed to be. Now I have to work on the oil side, lubrication for the turbo and return and a couple of things. And in the meantime, we're gonna have to strip down that one. So remove the engine and gearbox and prepare the chassis for the engine. Unfortunately, the VR6 VR5 engine swap is not as easy and as great as 1.8 20 valve, because this one goes in without any modifications to the body. Forget this one because it's different, but you can put it on, in your driveway. You don't even need to touch the angle grinder or those little helpers. But VR6 and VR5s is a different story. I've shown you before, but let's do it again for people who haven't seen it. This is it. Now, arguably, if you want to, you can just kind of massage the bulkhead in, possibly, maybe, extensively, and it should fit, because it actually is not going inside the car as much as it looks like. Well, obviously it does go, but not, so massively. But for the sake of easy to live with the car after, you need to be able to service the car, to work on the engine or whatever, problem arises, on change the alternator or oil filter or spark plugs, if it's something like this simple. You have to be able to do it comfortably. So I didn't want to take away from this car what we have on now one, which is the simplicity of working on it. So we're just gonna make a massive lid on the top of the engine, that once you remove it, you're gonna have everything literally like this, just obviously organize it, not with all this mess on the head, just everything nice and carpeted and everything. And that's it really, like all Clio's V6 rear engines, and they had something like this. Always like them. And so you're pretty much not losing any space in cinema, to besides the storage on the back, because behind the seat you got these two flappy doors and there is a bit of a storage behind it. We're gonna remove it, and there's no need for that. I mean, we can still put them on, but no, we're gonna make a nice lid, and that's it. So that's all really. So yeah, this is the start of the VR6 turbo build. Obviously everything started here, because engine mounts and engine position and electronics, electrics and cooling system, everything obviously is developed inside the Frog. This is what the car is for now. And then once everything is worked out, which already is, this engine actually starts and runs and blah blah blah. I don't have a battery at the moment, because once I've done that, I don't need it anymore. And then I started working on that, and now it's ready to go inside the chassis. That one there. So it's not gonna be long, but it all depends, obviously on the orders, how quickly I can, put everything down. Recently I've been here early in the morning, leaving late, trying to be as efficient as possible, which is working out okay. We're speeding up. We want to get customers more and more happy in terms of sending the stuff quicker than is possible. Well, quicker not as possible, as quick as possible, and we're improving slowly. So hold tight. All your stuff is gonna be in a way very soon if you still haven't received it. For the MR2, is this the engine that's gonna stay? I initially said yes, this is gonna be the beginning of the MRS 350 and 500. Doesn't mean that this has to be the first car, be actually that one. This is the prototyping, turns out. What engine is gonna be in this car, I don't know, because the problem is that I work with Steve, and this is very good thing but also very bad thing, because we constantly having stupid ideas. Now if I'm on my own, I got some stupid idea in my head, it's like, nah, that's stupid, and I just drop it. If he's alone, he'll probably be the same, but because we work together, if someone brings something stupid but exciting, the other one never says, oh, that's stupid, let's drop it. We always say, oh, that's gonna be fucking amazing, so let's do it. And stuff escalates very quickly from there. And unfortunately this happened with this car as well. Steve had an idea and I say, oh, fuck me, that would be good. And yeah, so I'm not gonna say what engine we have in mind yet, because it's a long way. We have way too much work to do. I mean, we got this one to build, and we have VR5 turbo to make. This is 6, if I haven't seen it. Yeah, 6, VR6, VR5. So again, I already have this one here to build as a whole car. Then the VR5, which I think we're gonna use, I don't know which engine. We have a few of them. There is the standard one, we have a built VR5. This one is standard, but that's on a DSG gearbox. I'm not sure if we're gonna make a DSG one or manual as a first one, but yeah, anyways, that one will have to be built before we even thinking of moving into the next engine. I was kind of hoping that 1.8 and the VR engine is going to be end of the story, but now we brought up another engine, but that's going to be, I don't know if that's even going to happen, because it's quite complicated, but maybe, we'll see. I don't know, one way or another, stay tuned, because other stuff is happening. And you remember when I said that you guys were asking to build the whole cars and sell them? Turns out that looks good. It's we're getting very busy, and people asking to if they can, look at the car, and we haven't started that one yet. People asking how much it's gonna be, what's the horsepower, blah blah, what's the spec. Well, we don't actually know yet. We kind of changed our minds already. This is supposed to be NA, just leave the engine as it is, because it will be good enough for the little Mr2, and that's sure. Obviously, but why not the turbo? Just makes stuff exciting, just spices things up. So yeah, I mean, we change our minds within 5 minutes, but to be honest, we knew it's gonna happen. In this workshop, nothing stays NA, pretty much. So yeah, for now the plan is to leave the engine unopened, because they take quite a lot of boost, even on original form. Well, quite a lot, about half a bar, but again, that's your 50% of power increase, which is, yeah, it's gonna scare the shit out of you in MR2. Yeah, Queen approves as well, you see. And so yeah, but then all the rest is obviously ready for the bigger power. Like we say, the charge cooler system is gonna be good for much more power. This turbo is good for more power as well. The exhaust is gonna be big enough for receive more power, but I doubt anyone will want any more than that. But if they do, there's no reason, even mid-build, someone contacts us, listen, I want to buy the car, I like it, but I would like to have 800 brake horsepower in MR2 because I'm crazy. I say, well, you're in the right place, because, yeah, we're not saying either. So, there you go. This is the last update, and, yeah, not much going on, actually, just a bit of news, but it is what it is. Now you know how to cue the dash light. Engine management light. Anyways, I'll leave you with this nice sight. I'll see you the next one.